This is a Sharp AM/FM stereo receiver. It has the auxiliary and phonograph inputs as well. And this unit was given to me quite a while ago. Oh, I'd say maybe about 10 years plus. Maybe, oh, it's got to be longer than that, because actually I've had it since the 80s. So it's probably like 16, 17 years I've had this. And as I said, a friend of mine gave it to me. And when I got it, the only problem that it had was that the power cord was cut for some odd reason. Because I had the power cord fixed and powered the unit up, and it plays beautifully. The only thing wrong with it, and it's really not a big deal anyway, because despite that, you know, it's in great shape, is that the FM stereo feature doesn't work. But it is set to FM stereo, as you can see right here. This button right here is the FM stereo. And then this button here, that was another thing that it didn't have. It was missing a button over here, and that's why that one looks a little different. But either when this button is pushed or this button is pushed, the FM reception is the same. In fact, the unit is already turned on. I just have the volume down because when you first turn this unit on, for some odd reason, it gives a lot of static in the volume, and it's probably due to a scratchy control, and I'll have to use some of that blowout air cleaner to try and fix that. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it up so you can hear the sound of it. That's just coming off of the radio itself through a standard antenna, and it really has good reception as far as the FM and the AM as well. This is the volume right here. Over here is the balance. Over here is the treble, and over here is the bass. And the reason I have these color coded is that way it gives me an easier indication on what knob does what, since I can't read the control names at a far distance. So what I've done is color coded it with color coding stickers, and they fit perfectly on those knobs, as you can see. The base one had a green sticker. I just never replaced it with a new one, but it did have a green sticker on there. And then of course the big knob is the tuning. Let's just tune around a little bit so you can hear how the reception does come in. Okay, that was a distance station. There's another local station.
Pilot GPS, where you'll find all the directions you need.
As you can tell, it's just picking up the local channels or the stations right from that antenna, and they're very clear. Now we'll switch over to the AM band so you can hear how the AM pulls in. Now that interference that you're hearing is probably with all the computers I have running here in the house, and I have some wireless electronics as well, such as a wireless router, wireless intercom system, even the cable boxes put out some interference, so that's probably why you hear some of that buzzing. Here's a local AM station here.
Sports Center every 20 minutes. ESPN Radio.
Let's tune a little more and see what we get. Yeah, we do have a Spanish channel or station here in the area.
They save some money too.
I don't have an exact figure. They just said pretty much these doors were a substantial amount of money to have an outside source.
I'm Judy Thompson from News Radio 570 WKBN.
Air conditioning. Is the cost of heating your home?
That must be the same station on another frequency. Sometimes they'll do that. They'll broadcast. Most stations today will broadcast on two frequencies. One is usually a subcarrier, not a subcarrier, a translator station, and then the other one is the main station. So that gives you an idea on how this receiver actually works. See, it even picks up the distance stations pretty well too. Again, the interference is coming from the computers, the wireless systems, the cable boxes, and I even have the fluorescent lights on, so it's picking up some of that buzzing as well. As you can hear there. We'll switch it back to FM. And we'll go back to the station I had. There. So that gives you a little idea on the Sharp receiver. And I'll tell you what, you can't beat these old vintage receivers. They actually have better sound than some of today's systems. So if you ever come across an old system similar to this, do consider trying to restore it or preserve it, because you can't beat the old sound, and it's just fantastic.